You think I'm kidding? I'm not. Really though, if you drink coffee, you need one of these for your preps. Doesn't that sound like fun? I know. Let's do it. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm feeling caffeinated and organized, and I feel like today is a good day to do some prepping. So I figured I'd take you along with me, show you what I was able to accomplish today. First of all, if you follow my channel, you know that my sourdough starter that I had going for about 2 months did recently die.
Rest in peace, Sourdough Sally.
So I need to start over with another sourdough starter, which at first made me sad, but actually it's a good thing that I'm practicing starting from scratch over and over. I probably should repeat this several times so that I'm used to starting over if I need to. Besides that, it's like 55 degrees out in Wisconsin right now, which is a perfect spring day. It's not windy really, so we're just going to take a quick trip outside, check out some of our trees that we had planted last year, make sure they survive the winter. So come along for that too, it'll be fun. Oh, next week I'm going to take you shopping with me and my husband when we go shopping for our raised garden beds for the garden I'm going to attempt for the first time this year. But anyway, we bought a bunch of cool prepping stuff, and one of those things I'm really excited to show you is a coffee press, which, like, it's 2022. I guess I would have assumed that there was a manual way of making coffee, but I don't know why. I mean, you guys saw in my pantry tour, I have all of these instant coffee grounds because I was concerned about not having my coffee maker. But hello, this is super awesome. I mean, like, it's meant for camping, I'm sure. We'll have to, when we go camping this summer and we try out a tent, which we're in the market for buying, so if you have any tent recommendations, leave me a comment down below. It looks like you just put the coffee grounds down here and then you pour hot water in, let it steep, and then you push the lever down. Perfect. I'm going on a rant here for a second, but speaking of coffee, the best exfoliant I have ever had for the shower can totally be made at home with your preps. You're going to take coffee grounds, coconut oil, and a little bit of sugar to make it coarse. Put that all in a jar, mix it up, scrub it on your skin in the shower. Softest, literally the softest skin I've ever had. You think I'm kidding? I'm not. There's also something about the coffee grounds that is good for your skin too, whatever. But coffee grounds, sugar, coconut oil. Let me know if you try it. You're not going to regret it, I promise. Okay, so the other thing I've been trying to do lately is find solutions other than refrigerator and freezers to preserve fresh things like fruit and vegetables and whatever. And my husband has spinach on his sandwiches for work every week, but the amount of spinach that we buy from the store is just honestly too much for him to go through in a week. Like, this is a big container. This was last week. The spinach is, I mean, like, some of it's okay, but the spinach is really starting to wilt, and we end up throwing a lot of this away. Not throwing it away, we put it in our compost for my garden. I wanted to see if I could, like, try and preserve it. So I'm gonna try and dehydrate it today. I do not have a dehydrator. I wish that I could afford a dehydrator. Maybe someday. They're expensive. Not as expensive as freeze dryer, which is, like, really my goal. I want a freeze dryer so bad. But until I can get a dehydrator and a freeze dryer, I figured there has to be a way of dehydrating them still. I mean, it was something that our great-grandparents did before dehydrators were a thing. I'm pretty sure they just put this stuff out in the sun and, like, let it bake until all of the moisture was out. So I'm gonna put these on a cookie tray in the oven at like 200 degrees for like 4 to 6 hours, and we're gonna see what happens. Doesn't that sound like fun? I know. I can't decide if I want to grind it up really fine into like spinach powder, dehydrated spinach powder, or if I want to leave the flakes whole. On the shelf in this form, I read that it should last like 6 months to a year if I vacuum seal it. I'm going to put it in a mason jar, and then I'm going to vacuum seal the mason jar with my attachment for my food saver. And if I do that, I'm pretty sure I can get almost a year. I'm just thinking about how I would use it, because rule number one of prepping is we don't prep things we're not going to use. That is called being wasteful. And I'm thinking of maybe like if I grind it, I could put it in eggs. The eggs will probably turn green at that point. Green eggs and ham. Green eggs and Spam. I could totally make my kids love that. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were entertained. If you're not done hanging out with me yet, you are welcome to watch any one of these videos here. Either way, we'll see you next Sunday. Have a safe week.